Guys, I thought I'd quit making videos on just sanding and painting, so I waited a couple days to make this video. So I've got my tank painted, badges, front headlight, brackets, and the seat I made, and also these side pieces. So you can see I kind of did the cafe racer style X on the front. I still need my front fender. I've got a bunch of them. I've just got to figure out which one I want or buy a new one, you know. So I'm going to wait to put that on. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of ridings right away, so I'm not really worried about stuff getting on the frame. The tank is just now finished painting. I haven't even wet sanded it or anything yet. So it's about the best I can get it. I mean, you can still see it's a little rough looking, but it needs wet sanded pretty good. It's not really that big a deal to me. Like I said, this is just a project bike, so it's not like a nice bike like that where you don't want to just try to do some shitty paint job. But I just, painted it myself. It's supposed to be a cheap bike. That's what cafes are about, doing stuff with what you have. So there's the seat I got on it. Still need to do a little work with this back piece. I'm probably going to make this a little bit smaller because it does kind of stick up here that little bit. So that's easy, just to pull that cover off and trim that piece down and go from there. But I do like how everything's done. The seat's bolted on pretty much just like that. Seat's bolted on, and this is going to have Velcro on the bottom and on there. That way you don't got to worry about your seat going anywhere if you stop or anything. Not like it's going to go anywhere while you're sitting on it, but so I'm going to kind of leave that the way it is for now. I mean, I got some Cafe Racer decals coming, so I'm going to probably put a couple on, one on each side there, and maybe one in the back. I don't know. Probably might just leave that like it is, or I don't know. Other than that, I mean, everything's done. I cut off these rear foot pegs on both sides so they're a little bit cleaner. My buddy's going to be giving me some rear sets, so it'll actually move these pedals here back to about here. That way you're sitting more in a cafe style. Got the brake light hooked up back there. Everything works. I'll probably start it up for you here. It's still got a little gas in the carbs. I don't have any gas in the tank, but the carbs should be full. Other than that, I've took the exhaust off to change to paint them, and I changed the oil wipe. You got to take the exhaust off on this bike to get the oil thing out, so that's not such a big deal. I mean, it's just 8 bolts and 1 bolt for the oil. But it's worth it to have that exhaust going underneath the bike like that instead of out the sides and stuff. So I've got some Clubman handlebars coming, and they pretty much go straight across and turn down and back out here, so that it'll look a lot better than these. These are okay, and they're probably more comfortable, but I'd rather have the Clubmans. And I've also got new grips coming that are actually open on the end, and I've got the mirrors coming, the bar end mirrors to go on each side. So other than that, the bike's pretty much done. I mean, I don't have anything else to do. It's not supposed to look 100% perfect like some people that just throw money at bikes. I'm not really that way. I mean, I'll buy stuff that I need, little things, but I'm not gonna just throw a ton of money at this. It's just not worth it. The bike's of course worth more now than it was, but also still got to get a couple new tires. I'll probably ride it like this for I mean, I don't do much riding anyway, so I'll probably ride it like this for a while till I just grab some tires, and I'll get a front and a back at the same time. So, but other than that, everything is done on it. Everything's wired up. I got the tack working. My buddy helped me wire the tack up, so it's working. I'll go ahead and start it here. We haven't quite got the idle adjusted yet, so you got to kind of hold the choke on it, but we had it out riding, and there's a video of here riding it when we did have it adjusted. So that's the thing with these old bikes with 4 carbs. You pretty much got to adjust the idle a lot of times when you start the bike, whether it's cold, warm, or somewhere in between. Sometimes you got to just start it and let it warm up, then adjust the idle. So I'll go ahead and start it up. I got those on there. I don't know if I'm 100% happy with them, because it would be hard to paint in between these to get it to pop, get the name to pop. So I just kind of left it black. I thought it kind of looked cool that way. So that's how I'm going to leave it for now. So I'll go ahead and just start this up real quick and see if we can get something going. I'm trying to show you the front, what it looks like. I don't know if that'll really affect anything going down the road. I really doubt it, because a lot of your light doesn't shine out of the middle. It gets deflected back off the back plate through the front. So I'll go ahead and see if I can start it here. I got to hold the clutch, so Let me just put a zip tie on the clutch real quick, and I'll start it up. Tie on the clutch, that way I don't have to do anything really. So I'm having to hold this for now because it's cold at the moment, but see, it does run well. It sounds good. Alright, so there you have it. Runs good, battery charges, everything works. That's one thing when you get one of these bikes. They say the charging system isn't that great in it, so you really need to upgrade it. And this one's been modified at some point, so it does charge very well. It'll get up to the 14.5 volts if you let it run and idle for a while. It'll start charging very well. So that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it for now. I'm pretty happy with it, the way it sits. I mean, it's just going to be something to drive on the side. You know, I've got plenty of toys, so this is kind of just one to add to it. So, just something to get out and actually be able to drive on the road instead of these things where you got to hide when you're driving on the road. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoy that. I'll probably post some more videos when I get the bars and actually get out riding it and whatnot. So I appreciate everybody watching. I know this ain't one of the really nice cafe racer builds that you see out there where they just, you know, they have a super nice shop with everything that works. You know, I've got a decent shop. You know, I've got, you know, tons of stuff. I've got tons of tools. My sandblasting cabinet doesn't work because I don't have a big enough air compressor to run it. That one's just not big enough down there in the bottom. It only puts out 6.5 CFM at like 40 psi or so. It'll run my air tool for a little bit, but you know, you just can't go hog wild on it. So, but it's good enough for in here. But so hope you guys like it. I mean, it's just going to be something to have fun on. Not a super nice street bike, but it's going to be a nice bike, I think. And I'll change it as time goes. You know, I just kind of wanted to get it done now before winter and have something to ride. I mean, I may do some things to it this winter. I'm actually going to take the tank and that tailpiece and see about having it clear coated at a actual shop where they mix their paint, you know, and spray it with air, because I think that'll be a lot better. Because right now, if I drip gas on that, it's just going to tear that paint job up. So I'm really trying to do my best not to even fill that tank until I see about having it cleared. But I thought about if I can't have it cleared right away or it's too expensive, I'm just going to be very careful with putting gas in it. Because it took, you know, how many days to sand that tank and whatnot. And the paint job isn't perfect on it, but at least it doesn't look completely ate up. So, other than that, appreciate everybody watching again. Have a good one, guys.